preserved my youth. Not only did it capture my goals, it told me the truth.
Conversate for a few, cause in a few.
I let them know we missing you. The love is unconditional.
Wave your hands across the land if we family.
We got a world premiere right here, now get lost.
So off we go, let the trumpets blow. And hold on, because the driver of the mission is a pro.
But let's talk about the scholarship.
All right, so the scholarship is named after Ariel Rideau. So I was a principal, but when Ariel was in my class, I was actually a classroom teacher. That connection, Ariel was a student in my class. And again, from the jump, when she said she wanted the support, I immediately called her foster mom, pulled up at the house, talked to her. Her mom was like, absolutely. And so Ariel joined me. I think her first activity was at Thanksgiving dinner. And even when you talk about that, Ariel grew up in her last foster home. Her family did not look like her, and they are still her family to this day. Love them. I love them down. So her having a Black female teacher meant a lot to her. And then her coming to my family for Thanksgiving meant a lot to her. And I'll never forget, she said, this is my first time being around so many people and I didn't see like a fight break out. Not from like her foster care. She was safe there. The last home, let's emphasize that. There was craziness before, but that last one, they did a great job with her. And so like that really touched me that day. Like, what do you mean? Because this was my normal experience and it wasn't for her. So then you fast forward and the next year, Ariel left the school and she ended up going to a different school. And I did not know until years after that I was the first person that she called to tell that she was pregnant. So she ended up pregnant. And even that conversation, and she always says, you speak my name in room. So here you are, Ariel, I'm speaking it again. She ended up pregnant, which is there's statistics about that with young ladies in foster care. And the conversation, the gist of it was, I don't know what's going to happen, but I never want my son to spend a day, or my child, because at that time she didn't know if she was having a boy or girl. I never want my child to spend a day in foster care, and I know you'll take care of them. So will you be their godmother? And so to this day, that is the case. I have two godsons from Ariel, and the first one that I'm speaking about, he's completing this week his freshman year of college, which that's breaking cycles, right? And so when we started this organization of Greater Than Expectations, I wanted to honor Ariel with being one of the reasons why we started. And so we have a scholarship where right now it's up to $1,500 that we give out to a student who is choosing to continue their education, whether it's via a trade school, a four-year university, or so on.
Man, that's just an amazing story. And you know, I work with one of your sorors, Dr. Tori. I got Dr. Tori and Dr. Crystal. And Dr. Tori deals with adverse childhood experiences, ACEs. And that's her mission. Like your mission is helping children that are in the foster system. She's helping people confront their ACEs, and we all have ACEs, right?
Absolutely.
And the thing that she always says when people, so the ACE score, the ACE test is a test that's given through the government for people who don't know, and it asks you a series of questions. And, it could go from, did you have a parent that abused drugs or alcohol? Did you have a parent that was incarcerated? And it has other different questions. And at the end of the test, you get a score. And the one thing that she always says is, even if you are a 10, if it's a 10, that means you've been through some stuff. It doesn't define who you are. Absolutely. And she's also doing a series called Cycle Breakers, where people have broke the cycle. So that story that you just said was just so amazing, because I've been seeing and with helping her with her podcast, talking and hearing the stories about different cycle breakers. So to see something like that, her son be a cycle breaker, she's a cycle breaker because she said, I'm not going to lose my child. And, you being the person that helped inspire and motivate her to do that, I'm just, so happy and so proud of you.
Thank you. I think I kind of got a little emotional just thinking about it. It's been a long road, but that's my girl and those are my babies. Yeah. And it's just one of those things. I remember being a teacher and breaking down my first year of teaching because you know me, and you know my heart. I want to help everybody. Right. And the vice principal at the school was like, you can't help everybody. And I was like, well, it's kind of like that starfish story. If you just help one, right?
Mhm.
Like that one gets tossed back safely into the ocean. And so just trying to do my part and then bringing other people in to kind of support and bring that awareness. So thank you even for having this podcast. So because so many people don't even think about foster youth, and it's not because they don't care. It's just not a population or a thought until someone brings it up, and we can all do a little bit to support. So thank you for bringing that.
So no problem. So one of my concerns is, you know, times are hard right now, and people, the gas is high, groceries are high, everything is high. And my fear is, remember when COVID happened and, the kids had to go home and they would say, it's going to be a lot of kids going hungry. It's going to be a lot of kids who may be less safe because they don't have those mandatory reporters that are going to see them every day at school or what have you. So it's my concern that, we may see more kids end up in the foster system. So we need to develop these systems that you have put into place, these programs that you have put into place. And like you said, it's a nationwide problem. So while we are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, somebody can take this and do it somewhere else and help the children there. There's plenty of children that could be helped. But also what concerns me is, listen, we give out scholarships. We do, it costs money to do Freshman Fresh. And, somebody may say, listen, you know what? I really want to help, but I don't have it in me to give anything right now. It's tight. What's something that somebody can do that doesn't involve money that can help greater than expectations?
I love that. And I'll just throw out really quickly. We also work with Judge Gonzalez, which is the Dallas County judge over like all the adoptions in the Dallas County area. And she too has the same thought. She's like, it doesn't matter how many programs are created. We need them all. It's just that much support that is needed for students. And so free things that people can do is simply, I have my shirt on. You can't see it, but it's my greater than expectation shirt. You can follow us on all of our platforms, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. You can share our postings, right? That brings awareness. You can volunteer. Volunteering is free. Your time and your talent. We try to match students. There's a student right now in the program. She wants to go into interior design. And so my goal is to pair her with an interior designer who designs the rooms for Freshman Fresh and kind of give her that experience so she can have it as a part of her portfolio. But also now she's giving back to other students in the program. So depending on your job, there may be a student who wants to help. We have another board member a young man, all he wanted was some razors to shave his face. But he was talking about how he had acne. And I'm like, okay, but I knew like a basic razor, like I'm talking about, just the kind that women or men may use to shave their underarms. That's what he wanted. And when I talked to one of our volunteers, he was like, he doesn't need that, especially because it was a black male. He's like, no, he needs some clippers.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I
He
don't know
needs
anything about
I'm just sitting there thinking about, no, he needs some T-liner and these clippers because that's the reason
right.
why he's breaking out. Yeah, and that's the reason why we need
Exactly.
people that
And
look
so
like
it
they
was
help.
like, okay, well, what do I need to do? Because I'm not a man, right? And so, and I'm not a black man. And so thankfully that day got on Amazon, sent some clippers to the young man with some aftershave, and had them the ability to chat with each other to kind of help him. So it's not a lot of time or money that is necessarily needed all the time. It's just showing up. That's the biggest thing, is showing up behind the scenes, because we are such a small organization. Nobody from our nonprofit seeks money yet, or not yet, not seeking money, but gets paid yet. We would love to grow it to where we can. So the time and the talent, we need someone to help us with our social media. We have somebody right now volunteering and updating our website, and I'm grateful for the extra hands and support. So volunteering is also key. And spreading the word, inviting people to our events. We have something coming up on the 30th, inviting people to the events that allow us to share the word that then helps us to share with others who can go out and spread the information.